Thank you. Here's a Bobby Zimmerino original. It's called "I Was a Fool." So I wouldn't say that in the past tense. I would really.
You're a fool now? You're a fool now? So I have to tell you this. So Doc and I decided we needed to have an electric band because we were young and liked electric music. Young and foolish. We were young and foolish. So we started this band called East of East, and we played in that band for about 5 years. The drummer from that band, Doc and I, then moved over and we started a new band called the Tire Biters. And for those of you familiar with the Firesign Theater, you'll know the reference. And we had some really kind of crazy things in the Tire Biters. We had a drummer that was a narcoleptic. And, all right, I admit some of the narcolepsy was induced. And so he would fall asleep while he was playing the drums, and we'd kind of feel the bottom sort of fall out, and we'd look around and he'd be back there going like this. So we passed on him, and then we got a guy named Charlie, and Charlie played with us for a while. Charlie was always just a hair behind the beat, but how can you fire a guy that drove from Butte every week for practice, regardless of the weather, you know? And so we had Charlie for a long time, and then he moved to Buffalo. And we were in a fix because we had an out to lunch gig and we had no bass player and we had no drummer. And I met Jay on a construction project at the Blue Note restaurant. And so Jay and I started talking, so we had a drummer. And then I met Keith at a downtown association meeting and he said, "You guys need a bass player?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I'll be there with my rig." So we didn't have a choice. We had Keith. But we love the guy because Keith brings something. He is truly the most prolific songwriter I've ever met, and we'll have a chance to listen to a couple of his tunes today. And we played together for about the next 10 years in a variety of different formations. Along the way, Keith switched to guitar because Doc moved to Mexico, and Dave stepped in and started playing bass. Monty, now I have to tell you this, when Monty first started playing, in 1991 we were sitting at Warden's and we said, "We're starting this new band called the Tire Biters." And he said, "Well, I played saxophone in high school." I said, "Get it out and start playing." He goes, "Well, I don't really know how to play." And I said, "You start today and you will." So our first gig was out to lunch. He knew 4 notes. He knew them well though. He didn't know all 4. And he knew them well. But he was nervous about those 4 notes, so he ended up going to Stockman's before the gig and getting half shit-faced, and then showing up at the gig.
5 shots.
5 shots. 5 shots. And this was before noon. And, one for each note and then one for good luck. And so he came and he did the gig and he did well because we kind of would go 4 notes and he'd go and the guy leaning over against the wall over there is Jerry King, and I've known Jerry forever, and I kept saying to Jerry, "We got to get together and jam sometime." So one night Jerry came up to the studio in Arlene and jammed and didn't leave for a couple of years. He stayed with us and played with the Levitators, and Monty was in the Tire Biters and he quit that, and then he came back for the Levitators, and then
It's like Suzanne, I need my breaks.
yeah, and then over the years we've kind of played a bunch of different things together.